Hello, this is Nico. I'm doing a video today on the paleo diet, and I'm going to be going through a few things on that today. I also have a new blog right now. You can find me at nicosview.blogspot.com. And right now I'm going to be going over a couple key things on here, and keep in mind anything that I don't cover in here is going to be on my blog. So I'm just going to cover a few basic things. And hopefully you can see this. What's nice about this diet is, actually I'll do a little background. I did this diet a few years ago, and it was great. I lost about 20-30 pounds on it, probably close to 30 pounds on it. It was a great diet. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. Actually, it wasn't that long ago I actually did it, but it was a great diet. I lost about 20-30 pounds on it, and I tried everything in the world, diet pills, stuff like that. Nothing actually worked. So, I did some research on my own, and what is this is hormones. And I don't know if you could see this, but the diet works because it controls hormones, or the hormones that make you gain weight. Now, what are those hormones that control your weight? Insulin is one of them. Insulin, cortisol, and HGH. Now, and these are all the hormones. Now, you lose weight when you learn how to control these three things. Now, that's what the diet kind of goes about. What foods will control these three things? Now, it's certain foods, and I'll talk about what group of foods to stay away from in a second. I'm going to have to erase and keep going because it's a lot of information, so just bear with me on that. But these hormones right here are the things that you need to kind of stay away from. Or no, you need to kind of learn how to manage, and this diet will actually teach you how to manage that. And so you said, get to the chase. What foods don't you eat? Pretty much. What foods do you stay away from? Grains will raise your insulin levels, which is a proven fact. When your insulin levels are high, you gain more weight. When your insulin levels are low, you actually lose weight. So what does grain affect? It affects your insulin level. And I'll do a little arrow there to show you the target there. It'll affect your insulin level. Eating too many grains will raise this and affect your insulin levels. The man that created the diet, he made it good, and I can't draw, so I'm not going to draw a cow. But he did a cow, and there's a cow there. And he says if you eat like a cow, you'll weigh as much as a cow, which is pretty funny. And it's supposed to be based on the caveman diet, which is called the caveman diet. But it's supposed to be based on what cavemen ate. And today we're not built to eat or consume large amounts of grains and different things like that. I'll go as far as to say the different hormones and different things that we even use on the grains nowadays has an even bigger effect on how our body operates. And you look at just this, just how the things we eat and the things we put in our body today is crazy. Whoop, just dropped my eraser. It's crazy, but I'm going to get off of that and go more into the diet itself. So grains, if you do research, certain things like pastas, different things like that, a lot of people say even if you cook them a certain way. But now there's studies where people are saying don't eat large amounts of things like pastas, grains, stuff like that, because then it can cause certain illnesses. And I'm not going to go into all that for different reasons, but it'll cause certain problems, different things like that, because the way your body breaks it down, your body can't break them down. So, and more of what to exactly eat is going to be on my blog. So, you can go in there and see what not to eat and what to eat exactly, because, it's different things, and it's different advice on there. So, and it's too much to go through this video because YouTube doesn't give me a whole lot of time. So, I talked about how insulin and controlling your insulin through, that's just one of them. Controlling your insulin levels because, up and down. But what's another thing that you have to do, and this is for anything, this is not just for weight loss so you can be healthy, period, is get a good night's sleep. And this is part of the diet. A lot of diets you have out there, you know, they want you to work out 10 times a day. People go to the gym 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get 2, 3 hours of sleep and are ready to go, and can't figure out why they don't lose any weight. And it's because you don't get any sleep. Now, when you don't get sleep, the same thing as stress. Sleep and stress go hand in hand. When you're sleep deprived, your body's stressed. When you stress out a lot, it's the same thing. You'll develop this hormone level will actually go higher. Cortisol. Your cortisol level will raise, and then cortisol actually affects different things. It's a very needed hormone, but when you affect your body and take certain things in and don't do certain things, when your body produces too much of a hormone, it affects you in a negative manner. So too much cortisol will actually create fat. So not getting a good night's sleep, stressing too much, and everyone stresses, but stressing to the point where you don't sleep, stressing to the point where your stomach always hurts, or you're stressing like that, you're going to produce too much cortisol, which is going to gain fat. So the biggest thing, number one, is to change your sleeping patterns. Make sure you get the 8-9 hours of sleep. I don't know what they say right now, but definitely get the 8-9 hours of sleep that you're supposed to get. So your body will adjust, and by getting that right amount of sleep, you'll actually lower your cortisol levels, so where they'll be manageable, and I'll just X this out because you won't have to worry about that anymore, and you'll start developing more of another hormone that's normally decreased by not getting sleep and stress. It'll be raised by getting sleep and living, for the most part, a stress-free life. You'll develop the human growth hormone, which is good, and a lot of people are going to say, well, what do I need that for? I just want to lose weight. This goes hand in hand. So by developing this, you'll lose weight, but it's more, well, the human growth hormone actually produces it's geared towards muscle growth and bone growth. So by getting this, you'll actually develop muscle, become more toned. And by eating different and staying away from, and I'll write this on the side here because I'm kind of tired of erasing, by staying away from certain things like grains, and like I said, my blog will have different things and what things to stay away from. By staying away from these, you'll actually, and getting sleep, you'll decrease, your insulin levels will be manageable, your cortisol levels will be what they're supposed to be, and you'll start developing more HGH, which is the human growth hormone, and you'll become more toned. And this is good for people that want to have some muscle tone, have some more muscle tone, lose the fat, stuff like that. Absolutely great thing. It's a lot of people, it's like, you never see it, because a lot of people, they want to get the fast, drinks and, different things, and you want to get the pills, the diet pills, but unless you get your hormones and different things like that in check, you'll never completely, you won't be successful as far as weight loss goes, or it'll be pretty hard, because you have to get your hormones in check, because those hormones, when they're going and they're what did I say? When they're going and you have overabundance or too much of them, you're just going to create your body in a negative way. And I'll talk about cortisol for a second. Okay, so like I said, sleep. You need more sleep. You need to be stress-free to develop cortisol. Cortisol is secreted. You can say secreted or whatever your medical word is from the adrenal glands, and too much of this will cause you to gain weight very quickly. And what things causes this to go is when your body's stressed, like lack of sleep or just a lot of stress in your life. So you want to eliminate this altogether. You want to eliminate that. Well, not eliminate it, but you want to make it manageable. So you want it to be at what it's supposed to be, with the levels that's fine for your body. So I'm going to have more in depth of the different things as far as you can eat and different things you can do as far as on my blog. And definitely feel free to go on there. I touched on the different hormones that it affects and how you can get those a little lower. First thing is a good night's sleep. Change your diet. those two things right there, and it's not going to be, I promise you, it's not going to be a diet where you can't eat the things that you like. You know, a lot of diets out there, they want you to basically eat the things that you don't like, and that's why people fail. It's because you're punishing yourself for the rest of your life. And that's not the case. The diet is going to talk about changing certain things, but you know, everything is in moderation. And you know, the diet's going to go through what things you can change and what things to not eat as much or not eat at all to kind of get to that point. And they're not things, you know, they're things that you never would have thought of, and it's like, well, you know, but they'll definitely have it on my site, and it's nikosview.blogspot.com. Definitely go on there and look it over. I'll have a link to where you can even, you know, look at where you can, you know, get more information on it from, because even on my blog I'm not going to have, you know, it's a lot of information, it's a lot of research. So if you want to go even more in depth, I'll have links on there and stuff like that where you can go, where you could look at it, you could look up, you know, where to get it, different things like that. And yeah, if you have any comments or concerns, you can just email me on here. You can go to my blog, get a hold of me through there, write something on there. You know, I'm definitely answering questions. So I want to thank you for everything you've done for me, and hopefully we can, you know, I'll do some more videos, get some more stuff up, and we can learn together. All right, thanks.